This video I'm going to be showing you how to install and set up Laravel framework. We'll set up a sample project. So I'm going to go to laravel.com and I'm going to click on the documentation tab, and if I scroll through down I get something called as a link to a composer. So this is like a dependency with which Laravel runs on. So without composer Laravel does not work, so we've got to install composer first. So I'm going to go to the composer. So it's basically located at getcomposer.org, and if I click on download and download the composer setup.exe, so it's asking me where to download. Let me just download it at my desktop, and it's over. Now if I click on the setup file, so it's let's run the setup file, composer setup, and for this to work, composer requires a running installation of PHP. So I would recommend you to install Wamp server first. Wamp server, you can just go to WampServer download for Windows, and you give whatever version you want, and you'll be able to get the WampServer setup done. So here we have WampServer, and click on start using WampServer, and then you can choose whichever version you would want to use. So mine is a 64-bit, and I've already installed WampServer, so I'm not going to install WampServer again. Once your WampServer is installed, you've got to locate to the php.exe file which is in the WampServer. So I'm going to click on browse, and I've installed my Wamp on my E drive. So let me just navigate to the location wherever I've installed Wamp. So it's in the bin folder, PHP 5 point, the version of the PHP, and then php.exe file. And if I click on next, so it's asking me to use any proxy server. So I mean proxy server I don't want, so I'll just click on next. And if I click on install, so the composer will install, because look, I've already installed composer, it's telling me this. And if I click on next, so here is my composer setup getting done. If I click on finish, the composer setup is done. So let me just close this out. And how do I know if the composer setup is properly installed? Let me just go to my command prompt and type composer. So if it's providing the list of commands, that means that the composer is properly set up. So here is the composer setup being done. After this, it's pretty simple. You've just got to go to the www folder of the Wamp server. So let me just go to www folder. So it's basically /wamp/www, and here is the www folder. And now let me just install the Laravel framework. So installing the Laravel framework is pretty simple. So if I just go there, here, composer, create project, preferred destination, Laravel/Laravel blog. Now if I just copy this and let me just for a moment paste it here, and give the name whatever you want it. So if I just give it as a test project, now Laravel is going to get installed inside the test project folder, which would be located inside the www folder. So let me just show it to you for a second. So I just copy this, and then I'm going to paste it. If I click on enter, it would take some time for Laravel to get installed. Meanwhile, if we have a look at my www folder, here is my www folder. I have 1, 2, 3, all these projects already existing. Now let me just wait for it to get started. And then okay, so here is the final setup done. It says application key, and it should show the application key if your installation is successful. Now let's just go to the test project folder, test project, cd test project, and then I'll just issue php artisan serve php artisan serve command. Now if I do that, it should give me a port number. So if I just go to localhost 8000, localhost 8000, it shows Laravel 5 is running. Now for this to work, be aware that Wamp should be running. Let me just turn on my WampServer. So WampServer, it's got to go to a green icon where it starts online. Yeah, so now it says the server is online. Now if you can look at it, Laravel 5 is up and running. So this is the easiest way to install Laravel framework in your PC. In the next video, let us see how we can proceed with Laravel.